Data types and comments. Data types are basically of four types, which are they mostly they mainly there are four primitive data types: integer, double, boolean, and string. So mainly integer are all the numbers without any decimal points. Double are the floating point number, also known as the decimal values. As you can see here, these are the doubles. Boolean only consists of two values, true and false. Strings are the value inside a single or double quote. So after that we have covered the dynamic and var. We have already covered the difference between the dynamic and vars. Also we have covered the inputs, std in, readline sync, and std out dot write, which are main dot dart var
which
and
are main
dynamic
dot dart var and
data
dynamic
types and comments and
data types
inputs.
and comments and inputs.
After that
After that,
we will jump on the next
we will
session,
jump
which
on
is
the next
basically our
session, which is basically our
loops.
loops.
Or give me a second, what should
Or
be
give
our
me a
next
second,
topic?
what should be our next topic?
Yeah, so next is our
Yeah, so
loops.
next is our
So basically
loops.
we have
So basically, we have four types of
three types of basically
three types of
loops we have:
basically
the
loops we have:
normal for
the
loop,
normal for loop,
for each loop, while
for
loop,
each loop,
do while
while
loop,
loop, do while loop,
and also we have a dot
and
map
also we have a
loop.
dot map loop.
So there are almost five
So there are almost five
loops we have, but only
loops
three are
we have, but
considered as a
only
loop:
three are
native
considered as
loops,
a loop: native
the
loops,
for loop, while
the
loop, and
for
do while
loop,
loop.
while loop,
So
and do
let's
while loop.
start from the for
So
loop,
let's
and
start from the
basically
for loop,
before
and basically
going
before
on the for loop,
going on
we
the
have a
for loop,
thing which is
we
known
have
as
a
list.
thing which is
So
known as
basically in
list.
Dart we
So
have a
basically in
collection
Dart
of
we have a collection
similar
of
or different type
similar
of
or different type
data
of
types which
data
can be
types which
stored
can be
inside a
stored
list
inside a
or a collection, you can
list
say.
or a
And
collection, you can
collection
say.
basically
And
starts from
collection basically starts
square
from
brackets.
square
Inside
brackets.
the square brackets
Inside the square brackets,
you can define
you can
a
define
number of
a number of
data types of
data types
variables,
of variables,
and you can basically name
and you
this
can basically
list
name this
as
list
I have already named this
as I have
list as a
already named
names,
this list as a
because it is
names,
the list of
because it
names.
is the list
So
of
it contains
names. So it
three
contains
letter three
three
names:
letter
Sanuj, Raja,
three
Sachin,
names:
and Jordan.
Sanuj, Raja, Sachin, and Jordan.
And this is a
And
list
this is
of
a
type
list
string.
of type string.
So
So list
list
is
is
a
a simple
list is a simple
collection of data.
collection of data.
You can either define
You
a
can
type,
either
as I
define
have
a
already
type,
defined here, the
as I have
string type.
already defined here the string type.
If you don't define any type,
If you don't define any type,
so this will become a
so this will
dynamic
become a
list. Here
dynamic
you can
list.
see
Here you can see
list of dynamic.
list of dynamic.
So as I have already
So
defined,
as I have
so
already
I will
defined, so I will
be there or
be
on that
there
only.
on
So
that
this
only.
is a
So
list of
this is a
names.
list of
We have three
names.
elements: Sanuj,
We have
Raja,
three
Sachin, and
elements:
Jordan.
Sanuj, Raja, Sachin, and Jordan.
So we can apply a
So
loop
we
on
can
for
apply a
loop, or
loop
simply
on
we can
for loop,
also
or
apply a loop.
simply we can
So
also apply
now
a loop.
let's see the
So
standard
now
for
let's
loop,
see the standard
how
for
this
loop,
loop works.
how this loop works.
Let's suppose we have an
Let's suppose
and
we
why the
have an
loop is
and
in the
why the
role.
loop is
Basically in
in the role.
programming we have to
Basically, in
perform a
programming, we have to
specific task
perform a specific task
on every item
on
inside
every
a
item
list
inside
For
a
every
list
item
for every
in a
item
different condition we want
in
to
a different
apply,
condition we want to apply,
execute any function.
execute any
So
function.
for that
So
we use the
for that
loops.
we use the loops.
And after understanding the loop,
And after understanding the loop,
you will understand better
you will
why should we use
understand better
loops
why
and where
should we
should we
use
use
loops and
loops.
where should we use loops.
So the loops,
So the
the
loops,
syntax of loops
the
starts with
syntax
a
of
for
loops
loop,
starts with
and
a for
here
loop,
you
and
will
here
define
you will
the
define
integer
the
where from the loop
integer
starts,
where from the loop
and
starts,
at the second,
and
at
at the
what
second,
value should the
at
loop
what
will
value should the
continue.
loop will
And after,
continue.
at the end,
And
you
after
have
at the
to
end, you have to
define how
define
much
how
you have to
much
increment the
you have to
value of
increment the
I
value of
after every
I
loop.
after
And
every
here
loop.
the body
And
is
here
defined
the
of a loop.
body is defined of
So
a
I will
loop.
repeat again.
So
We
I
have
will repeat
first
again.
we first write the for.
We first write the
After that,
for.
inside this
After that,
brackets,
inside this
this
brackets,
normal
this
brackets, we
normal
define
brackets,
the integer
we define the
which
integer
starts from
which
any number. I
starts
have
from
started
any
from it
number. I
from
have
a
started
zero.
from it from a
You can
zero.
also start from a
You
zero.
can also start from a
Ideally,
zero.
we start a loop
Ideally,
always
we
from
start a loop
zero.
always from
So it is a
zero.
standard
So it
practice.
is
You
a
can also
standard
start
practice.
the
You
loop
can
from
also
zero.
start the loop from
So
zero.
int has a
So
int I
int
has an
has a
initial
int I
value
has an
which
initial
is zero.
value which is zero.
And in the second step,
And in the
we have
second step,
defined
we have
I should
defined
be
I
less
should
than
be
or equal to
less
10.
than or
So
equal
I
to
will
10.
never far
So
exceed
I
the
will
value
never
10.
far exceed
I
the
will
value
always be
10. I will
smaller
always
than
be
or equal to 10.
smaller than or equal to
And in
10.
the next step,
And in the
we
next
have
step,
incremented the
we
value
have incremented the
after
value
every
after every
consecutive
consecutive
loop, after every
loop,
successful
after every
running of loop.
successful running of loop.
So this is the whole idea of
So
loop.
this is the
Initially
whole
our
idea
int
of
will
loop.
int I
Initially
will
our
be
int will
0.
int I will
After
be
that
0.
it become 1.
After
After
that
that it become
after
2,
that
and
it
goes
become
up to
2
10
and goes up to 10
until the condition this
until
condition
the condition
satisfied.
this condition
So
satisfied.
if I is equal to
So
11, this
if I
condition
is equal to
fails.
11, this
So a
condition
loop will
fails.
not
So a
execute
loop will
at the
not
11th
execute
position.
at the 11th
So
position.
this is how we
So
create a
this is
loop.
how we create a loop.
Okay. And inside
Okay.
here, I
And
have just
inside
printed
here,
the
I have just
value
printed
of
the
I.
value of I.
So let's see how
So let's see
this
how this
what output should this gives
what
us.
output should this
So
gives us.
we are in the
So we are in the
beginning. So let's jump to
beginning.
the
So let's jump to the
loops.
loops.
Let's check how many things we
Let's
have.
check how many things we have.
Yes, we have the loops. So
Yes, we
CD
have the
loops,
loops. So CD
small l
loops, small l
loops, and I have
loops, and
only
I
two
have
files here in the
only
loops.
two files
So I
here
will
in the
just
loops.
write dart
So I will just write dart
loops
loops
dot
dot
dart.
dart.
So you can see here
So you
the
can
list
see
has
here
been started
the
from
list has
0,
been started from 0
from as I
from
has a 0
as
value
I has
initially,
a 0 value
and
initially,
after that
and after
I
that
is 0. This
I is
condition
0. This
satisfied.
condition
So
satisfied. So
I will print here
I
inside the
will
print
print here
statement,
inside the print statement,
and the 0 has been printed.
and the
After
0 has been
that,
printed.
I
After
will
that, I
plus
will
1. I
plus
will
1.
increment
I
its
will
value by
increment
1.
its value by
So in
1.
the
So
second round,
in the
I
second
becomes
round, I
0
becomes
plus 1, basically
0
1.
plus 1,
This
basically 1.
condition again
This
satisfied.
condition
So
again
this will
satisfied.
print
So this will
1.
print 1.
After that, it again
After that, it
increment and
again
increment until
increment and increment
9.
until 9.
Yes, I know. Basically, it
Yes, I know.
increments.
Basically,
You
it
can see.
increments. You can see.
Let's suppose it
Let's suppose it
incremented up to 9.
incremented up to
So in this
9.
case,
So
I
in this case,
should be less
I
than 10.
should be less
This
than
condition
10.
satisfied.
This condition
And
satisfied.
again, 9 will be
And
printed in our
again, 9
console.
will be printed in our
And
console.
after that,
And
I
after that,
incremented once
I
again. So
incremented
at
once again.
that
So
value,
at
I
that
should
value,
become equal
I
to
should
10.
become equal to
So
10.
again,
The
So
less than
again,
will not be
the
satisfied,
less
but
than will
equal to
not
will
be
be
satisfied, but
satisfied
equal to will be
as I is
satisfied
equal to 10.
as I is equal to
So this
10.
condition also matches,
So this
and
condition
again we
also matches,
print,
and
it will
again
print
we
the 10
print,
value
it
here.
will print the
After
10
it
value here. After
incremented
it
11,
incremented
so the
11,
condition will not
so the condition
satisfy.
will
It
not
will basically
satisfy.
return the
It will
false value.
basically return the
So
false value.
the loop will
So the
not
loop will
continue here
not
from here,
continue here
and it
from
will
here,
break the loop.
and it will break the loop.
So this is the concept of
So this is
loop.
the concept of loop.
Okay, you can do so
Okay,
many things
you
using this
can do
loop,
so many
and
things
in
using this loop,
future
and
you
in
will
future
see
you will
so many
see
uses of
so
using
many uses
loops.
of using loops.
So this was the standard loop,
So this was the
uh,
standard loop, uh,
and after that we have a
and after that we have a
for in loop. So
for
basically
in
we
loop.
have a list,
So basically
as
we
I
have
have
a list,
already
as I have
uh,
already
told about the
uh,
list, what a
told
list
about
is.
the
So
list, what a list is. So
list is a basically a collection
list is a basically a
of
collection
elements,
of elements,
and it is a ordered
and it
pair.
is a
So
ordered
basically
pair. So
if I
basically,
all print
if
list
I
five
all
times, the
print list five
element
times, the
here
element
at the zeroth
here
index
at the
will
zeroth
always
index
remain the
will
zeroth
always
position
remain the
until and
zeroth
unless I
position
will remove this
until
from
and
the
unless I
list.
will remove this from the
So
list.
this is a ordered
So
collection,
this is a
and it will
ordered
never be
collection,
changed.
and it will
It
never
will
be
always
changed.
retain
It will
its
always retain
position
its
because it is
position
ordered.
because it is ordered.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we have
So here we
the
have
for in loop.
the for in loop.
So we
Uh,
have taken the for
we
again,
have taken the for
and
again,
here
and
with
here
the we don't have
with the
taken the I
we
and
don't
the
have taken the I and the
incrementation value.
incrementation
On
value.
the place of this, we
On
have
the place
used
of this, we
string
have
name
used string name
in names.
in
The
names.
name value
The name
inside
value
this names,
inside this names,
as it is a string
as
type, so we
it is
have
a
declared
string
here
type, so we
string.
have declared here
And
string.
this is depends
And
upon
this is
you. You
depends
can
upon
name it
you. You
anything. You
can
can name
name
it
it anything.
X
You can name
or
it
anything.
X
The
or
both
anything.
value should be same.
The both value should be
Okay.
same.
So
Okay.
string
So
X, we
string
don't know what
X,
is
we don't
it.
know what is
So you
it.
can also name
So
like
you
this,
can
but
also name like this, but
naming is another thing. We will
naming is
discuss it
another thing. We
later.
will discuss
Basically,
it
you have to
later.
name the thing
Basically, you have to name the
so
thing
much clear and
so much clear
significant.
and
Basically,
significant.
if you read it once, you
Basically, if
should
you
get
read
an
it
idea
once, you
what
should
the
get
thing
an
you are
idea what the thing you are
speaking about, or what the thing you
speaking
have
about,
written
or
here
what
in the
the
code.
thing you have written here in the code.
So let's suppose it is a
So let's
X
suppose
for
it is a
now.
X for now.
So we have
So
X
we have
name,
X
X basically
name,
inside
X
our
basically
names,
inside our names,
and just we are printing the
and just we are printing
X.
the
So X will
X.
change
So
according
X
to
will
the
change according to the
current value. So basically X
current
start
value.
from
So basically
this.
X start from
At the first it
this.
will print
At
this.
the first it will
After the
print
X,
this. After
after
the X,
printing this, X
after
will
printing
become
this,
this,
X will become
and
this,
at the end X will
and
become
at the end
Jordan,
X will become
and it will
Jordan,
printed here in the
and it will printed
console.
here in the
So this
console.
type of
So
for
this
this is
type of
basically a for
this is
in loop,
basically a
as you can
for
see
in
here.
loop.
This
As you
is a
can see
for
here,
in loop,
this is a
and
for
this
in loop,
loop
and
can
this
be
loop
only used
can be
on a
only
list.
used
You
on a
can't
list.
use it
You
on
can't
any
use it
other
on
another
any
thing
another thing
another than the list,
another than the list,
or simply you can use
or
this loop
simply you can use
on
this
any
loop
value or
on
for
any
anything,
value or for
because it
anything,
has because you have already defined some
because you have already defined
integer,
some
and
integer, and
it increments the
it
value depending
increments
upon
the
the
value depending upon the
given condition.
given condition.
Okay, so if we
Okay.
run this and
So if
we
we
will
run
uncomment
this and
this,
we will uncomment this,
you can see here Sanuj, Aja,
we can see
Sachin,
here
and Jordan
Sanuj, Raja,
has
Sachin,
been
and
printed.
Jordan
So
has been
firstly
printed.
we will
So
print Sanuj,
firstly we
Raja,
will
Sachin,
print
and Jordan.
Sanuj, Raja, Sachin, and
Okay,
Jordan.
so this is a ordered
Okay, so this is a
way,
ordered
ordered
way,
collection.
ordered collection.
If I print it again and
If
again,
I
the
print it
order will
again
not
and again,
change.
the order will
The
not
order will
change.
remain same.
The order will remain same.
So hope you have
So
got the
hope
idea of for in
you
loop.
have got the idea of
So the
for in loop.
next we have a,
So the next
we
we
will
have
not
a,
cover the for each
we
for
will
now.
not
We will
cover the
cover
for
it
each
the
for
end.
now. We will cover it the
It
end.
in the end.
It in the end.
So
So
let's cover now the while
let's
loop.
cover now the while loop.
In the while loop
In
also
the
works same
while loop
as
also
our
works
for loop,
same as our for loop,
but there are some
but
certain condition
there are
where
some
we
certain
only can
condition
use
where we
while loop.
only can
So
use while loop. So
as you can see here,
as you
while,
can see here, while,
let's start from the beginning here.
let's start from the beginning here.
The initialization of
The
value has been done
initialization
here.
of value has been done
Firstly, we
here.
have initialized the value
Firstly,
of
we have
integer
initialized the
I
value of
as
integer
0,
I as
while
0,
the
while
plain English while you
the
can also
plain
imagine
English
from
while
the
you
while
can
normal
also
while,
imagine from the while
while
normal while,
I is
while
less
I
than
is
5,
less than
then
5,
only
then
execute
only
this. And
execute
at the
this.
end,
And
after the
at the
execution,
end, after the
increment the
execution,
value of I.
increment the value of I.
So in
So
such cases,
in
when we have
such
a value
cases,
in
when we have a
true and
value in
false, we
true and
can't
false,
the
we
value
can't
with the
the
boolean
value
values
with the boolean
can't be
values
used inside the for
can't be
loop.
used inside the
So
for
it is
loop.
very much practical
So
to
it
use
is very
while
much
loop
practical
in
to
the
use while
condition of
loop in the
condition of booleans. If
condition
you
of
can't
booleans.
able to
If you
understand now
can't
what I
able
am
to
saying, you will
understand now what I am saying, you
understand
will
it later. So
understand it
don't worry
later.
about the
So
while
don't
loop.
worry about
You
the
just
while
simply
loop. You
understand
just
this
simply
what
understand
it
this
is
what
and
it
how it
is
is working.
and how
So
it is
basically,
working.
I will
So
explain
basically,
again
I
what I
will
have done here.
explain again what
I
I
have
have done here.
firstly
I
used
have
the
firstly
value,
used the
initialize the value
initialize
I
the
is
value
equal to 0.
I is equal to
After that,
0.
inside the while loop,
After that, inside the while
we
loop,
will specify the
we will
condition inside the
specify the
normal
condition
brackets.
inside the normal
While I
brackets.
should be greater
While
than
I
less
should be
than 5,
greater than less
the
than 5,
loop will
the
run.
loop will
Okay,
run. Okay.
and after that we have
And
the
after
body of
that,
the loop.
we have the
So
body of
we
the
have
loop.
here
So we
printed
have here printed
loop has returned for
loop has returned
run
for
for
run
ith
for
time,
ith time.
and at the end I will
And at the end, I
increment
will
its value.
increment its value.
So let's also run
So
this.
let's also run this.
You can see here loop has
You can
run
see here loop has
for
run
0 time, 1
for
time, 3 time,
0
4
time,
time.
1 time, 3 time, 4 time.
As I become
As I
equal to
become
5,
equal to
as it was
5,
incremented.
as it
So
was
when the I
incremented.
become
So
5,
when the I
the
become
condition
5,
basically
the condition
become
basically
the false. So
become the
in that
false.
condition,
So
I
in
has
that
not been
condition,
printed.
I has not been
As
printed.
until
As
unless I
until
was 4,
unless
the
I was
condition
4,
has
the
true
condition
and
has
the loop has been
true and the loop has been
run. So
run.
here you can
So
see
here you can see
basically
and basically
run, run, run.
run.
Run is
Run is
not any word, so
not any
we can
word.
simply correct
So
it.
we can simply correct
So
it.
loop has a run for
So loop has a
fourth
run
time,
for fourth time,
and it will not run
and it will
on the
not run
5
on the 5
if the I equal to 5.
if the I
Okay,
equal to 5.
so this is also
Okay.
the simple one.
So this is
If
also
you
the simple
practice
one.
it,
If you
you will get
practice
a
it,
very much clear,
you will get
very
a very much
clear idea
very
about this.
clear
And
idea
the
about this. And the
next loop is do while
next loop
loop.
is do
So
while loop.
there is a
So
very
there is a
smaller
very
difference between the
smaller
while and do
difference
while
between
loop.
the while and do while loop.
Basically, while
Basically,
loop
while
runs
loop
when condition
runs
satisfied,
when condition
but do
satisfied,
while loop
but
will
do while
execute
loop will
for
execute
once if
for
condition does
once
not
if
satisfied.
condition does not
It will run
satisfied.
only for
It will
once
run
if
only
the
for
condition
once
does not
if the
matches,
condition does not
and in the
matches,
normal condition it will
and in the
behave as a
normal condition
normal
it will
while
behave
loop.
as a normal while loop.
So what I am trying to
So
say,
what I am trying to say,
you can see here example,
you can see here
we have
example. We have
initialized j is equal to 0.
initialized
We
j
have
is equal
already
to 0.
initialized
We
I
have
here.
already
That's
initialized
why I
I
have
here.
initialized the
That's why I have
j value
initialized
here.
the j
So
value here. So
in do while loop, first
in
we
do
write
while
here
loop,
do,
first we
and
write here do,
inside here
and
we
inside here
describe our
we describe our
body, what we want to
body,
execute or what
what
we
we
want
want
to
to
do
execute or what we want
with
to
this
do
loop.
with the
And
this
after
loop.
that, we
And after that,
defines the
we defines
condition.
the condition.
So and
So
its
and
increment
it
by default we don't have
increment
to
by
increment
default
the
we
value
don't have to increment the
because
value
here we have a keyword
because
do.
here we have a
So it
keyword
will do
do. So it will
while
do
this condition does
while this
becomes
condition does
false.
becomes false.
So do will print the
So
loop
do will print the loop
until this condition
until this condition
satisfied. So if you see here,
satisfied.
we have
So
given the
if you
j
see here, we
the
have given
value
the
of
j
0.
the value of
And if you
0.
see this condition,
And if you see
at the
this
first,
condition,
this condition
at
is
the first this condition
false.
is false.
Basically, j is
Basically,
equal to
j
0. So
is
it
equal
can't
to
be
0.
less
So
than,
it
it
can't
can't
be
be
less than,
greater than
it
0.
can't be greater
So
than
this
0.
condition is not
So this condition is
true.
not
But
true.
if we run
But
this loop,
if we run
you
this
will see
loop,
loop
you will
will
see
run only for
loop
one
will run
time.
only for
Basically,
one
we have written
time.
here
Basically, we have written here.
anything we have written here will
Anything we
printed
have
here in
written
the
here
console.
will printed here
So
in the
this
console.
statement has
So
been printed,
this
but
statement has
the
been
condition
printed,
does
but
not satisfy.
the condition does not
So
satisfy.
this is the
So
concept of while
this
loop.
is the
Basically, it
concept
will
of while
run
loop. Basically, it will
only for
run
one
only for
time
one
if the condition
time
does not
if the
satisfy.
condition does not satisfy.
And let's suppose
And let's suppose
we have made the
we have made the
j
j
0
0
and here
and
if
here
j
if
is
j is
greater than 20,
greater than 20,
make it just less than
make it
20
just less than
because
20,
the loop will
because
always run.
the
It
loop
will
will
never
always
stop
run.
because it
It
will
will never stop
be
because it will
infinite. Because
be
always
infinite, because
we
always
have to put a value which is
we have to
greater
put
than
a
the
value which is greater than the
20. So here we
20.
have a
So
condition
here we have a
j
condition
is equal to 10
j is equal to
while
10,
j is
while j
less
is
than 20.
less than
Run this
20.
loop,
Run
and
this
if
loop.
you
And if
run it
you
again,
run it again,
you can see here
you can see here
this has been run for many
this has
times.
been run for many times.
I can write here the value
I
of
can
j
write here the value of j
using the string
using
interpolation,
the
the
string
dollar sign.
interpolation,
I have
the
already
dollar
discussed
sign.
what the
I have
dollar sign
already
has
discussed what the dollar sign
and
has
what the dollar sign
and what
does.
the dollar sign
So
does.
run it again.
So run it again.
We basically has
We basically has
this is the infinite loop.
this is the infinite loop.
The sign has been reversed.
The
So
sign has been
for
reversed.
quitting
So
this, you can
for quitting this, you
use
can
Control and
use
C button,
Control and
and
C
this
button,
will stop that
and this will
execution.
stop that
So
execution.
what happened with the
So
condition?
what happened with the condition?
Yes, basically we have
Yes, basically we have
not incremented the value,
not incremented the
which
value, which
we have to do.
we have to do.
I am using I on the
I am
place of
using
J.
I
That's
on
why
the
it's
place
showing us
of
an
J.
error.
That's why it's showing us an
So
error.
we have to also
So
increment the
we have
value
to also
for
increment the
for
value
making this
for
a
making
finite loop.
this a
Basically, if
finite
we
loop.
don't
Basically, if we
increment the
don't
value, this
increment
will
the value,
always
this
remains
will
the 10,
always remains
and
the
this loop
10,
will
and
be
this loop will
executing
be executing
continuously. Okay.
continuously. Okay.
So now you can see here
So now you can see here
10th, 11th, 12th, and
10th,
19. Up
11th,
to
12th, and
19, the
19.
value
Up
has
to
been printed.
19, the value has
After
been
the value
printed.
becomes
After
the
the
j
value
becomes
becomes
20,
the
the
j becomes
condition
20,
becomes false,
the
and the
condition becomes
loop
false, and the
stop
loop
execution.
stop
Okay.
execution. Okay.
So this is the simple loop,
So this
and
is the simple
let's
loop,
suppose
and let's
if I
suppose
make the condition
if I make the
wrong,
condition
I
wrong,
have used the
I
j
have
value
used
of
the
10,
j value
and
of
you can
10,
see that
and you can
j
see that
is
j is
already greater than
already greater than
2. So
2.
this condition will
So
never be
this
satisfied.
condition will never be satisfied.
This condition will never
This
meet
condition will never
the value
meet
as
the value
j
as
should
j
be never less than
should be
2.
never
It
less than
always be
2.
greater
It
than 2.
always be greater than 2.
So if I run this,
So if I run this,
the loop will run for
the loop will run
10th.
for 10th.
Basically, it has just
Basically, it has just
run with the value of current
run with
j.
the
And
value of
after the
current j.
increment has
And
been not
after
done,
the increment has been not
also
done,
this
also
has been done
this
because
has
we have
been done
using the do
because
while
we
loop.
have using the
If
do
it
while
was
loop.
the simple
If
while
it
loop,
was the simple while
this
loop,
will not execute.
this will not
If I show
execute.
you
If I show you
in the simple while
in the
loop,
simple while loop,
I have the value of
I
j
have
is
the
equal
value
to
of j is equal to
I equal to,
I equal to,
let's say I make it
let's
6,
say I make it
and you can
6,
also see
and you can also
if
see
I
if
should be less
I
than
should
5,
be less
then
than
only this
5,
will print.
then
But
only this
already
will
the I
print.
has a
But
value of
already the I
greater
has a
than
value of
5.
greater than 5.
So coming to the
So
console, if I
coming to
run
the
the
console, if I
code
run
again,
the code again,
you will see nothing has been done.
you will see nothing has been done.
Nothing has been printed here.
Nothing has been printed here.
So this is all about the
So
while
this is
and
all
do
about
while
the
loop.
while and
This is
do
the
while
basic
loop.
difference
This
between
is
the
the
while
basic
and do
difference
while loop.
between the while and do while loop.
Now we have two more
Now
things
we have
left,
two more things
which
left,
is for
which
each.
is for each.
So coming to the
So
for
coming
each
to the
is a
for each. For each is the
so for each is a simple
so for each is a simple
loop which can be
loop which
executed
can be
on
executed
iterable
on
types, basically on
iterable
the list
types,
or
basically on the
other
list or
list type
other list type
values or list type
values or list type
objects. So here
objects.
we have
So
used the
here
names
we have used the
dot
names
for each.
dot for each.
So here in the for each loop,
So here in the
basically
for
we
each loop,
write the
basically
list
we write the
name,
list
and
name,
after that we use
and
for
after
each.
that
And
we
for each
use
just
for
give
each,
us
and
a
for each just
function
give us a function
with the string,
with the
and
string,
basically this string
and
is
basically this
coming
string
from the
is
list.
coming from the
The
list.
element of list should
The
be
element of
here,
list should be
here in
here,
the string value.
here in the string value.
You can see
You
here,
can see
but
here,
this is pretty
but this
advanced
is pretty
because we are also
advanced
considering
because
the
we are also considering
functions.
the
So I will not
functions. So
cover it
I
for
will
now.
not
We
cover
will
it for
cover it
now.
for later
We will cover it
because
for
you don't
later
have any idea
because you
about the
don't have
lists.
any idea about the list. So
So this is all about the
so this is
loops.
all about the loops.
So you can now
So
unmute
you
yourself
can
and
now
ask a
unmute yourself
question if
and
you have
ask a question
any.
if you have any.
Hello, Sanuj.
Hello, Sanuj.
Yes, you can
Hello.
ask.
Yes,
Uh,
you can
Hello.
ask.
So,
Yes.
in the
So, in the
foreign row,
foreign row,
what if the list is a
what if the
dynamic
list is
list?
a
Then,
dynamic
how can
list?
we use it?
Then, like